This show is being recorded at the bottom of the ocean, and I'm running out of air. Help.
During the making of this podcast, no handicap spots were taken. We ride the bus. Hello, and welcome to Nancy Drew Mysteries.
Wait, what? Are you insane? This is Pull Yourself to Pieces. We've done this every week. Our podcast. What made you think this was Nancy Drew Mysteries?
Well, it says it right here in the copy our writers just handed me.
I'm sorry, but they've been messing with your head.
Really? All right, this is the last straw. You guys are always taking advantage of my simple nature. That's it. I'm out of here.
Oh, well, I guess he's gone. I'll have to do the show myself. Oh, you back?
No, I just forgot my lunch.
This is Bill.
And this is Ray, and you're listening to Pull Yourself to Pieces.
Dead air.
Radio, podcasts, and television all have one thing in common: the dreaded dead air. Dead air is brief moments of silence during a program caused by technical difficulties, inattentive guests who have nothing to say, or live shows that go to black because of footage or conversations that should not be seen or heard. Pull Yourself to Pieces is well aware of this problem, so we have condensed all of our dead air into the following 30 seconds, which we will now present to you in order to get it over with and have a smooth flowing show. Here we go.
So, Bill, did you turn the mics down?
Yes, I turned the mics down.
That's what you said last week. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. Yeah.
So, are you still upset about the wait?
Oh, I'm just depressed. I'm just devastated.
Well, I mean, how devastated are you?
I don't even want to go outside.
Have you been crying? Sitting there crying? I mean,
Are my eyes all baggy? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm just yeah, I mean, nothing fits anymore. All my stretchy pants they're all tight. So.
You're still a beautiful person, you know? I think you look beautiful.
I don't. I feel hideous.
No, you should have some confidence. You're still good looking.
No,
I don't know why you say that. You got great curves still.
Oh, yeah. Well, what'll that get me?
When you go past the mirror, do you have to look in the mirror? You know,
I've taken all the mirrors down. It's too depressing.
You did?
No, I have to lay down on the bed, on my back, just to pull my pants up.
Well, come to think of it, your ass does look big in those.
Thanks.
I'm just being honest, sorry. Oh, I think we got to get back.
This presentation sponsored by?
Ladies, does the constant grind and stress from work and home get to you? Would you like to be able to decompress? When is the last time you took some time for yourself? Introducing Delilah's Personal Massager, perfect for those tense muscles and tendons. Our sleek design allows for one-handed control with 10 settings from, "Oh, that's nice," to, "Yes, yes, yes." With 5 different massage heads to choose from, you'll be feeling like you're on cloud 9 in no time. Battery, solar, wind, car battery powered, so you never have to run out of juice. Order today and get a free month supply of lube cream for those hard to reach areas. So, Bill, you seen anything good on Netflix lately?
Oh, I have. What have you watched lately?
I'm watching Inception, with Leo DiCaprio. Man, is that a really good flick? That is real
Oh
good.
yeah, that's about 10
Uh,
years ago. That was a good movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah, that was it. It's kind of all over the place, right? You really got to decipher.
yeah. The visuals are really stunning in that movie.
Uh-oh.
What
No, no, not uh-oh. Uh-oh.
what
The phone line is blinking. It's
is
out of
it?
state. Yep.
Do we have to answer it?
Well, if we don't, she'll just let it ring until we do.
Oh no. All right. Well, for those new listeners out there, our sister Paula is on the line. She's our older sister. And she moved out in her 20s when I don't know how to put this, a mountain man.
I like that. Yeah.
You like that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a mountain man swept her off her feet and moved to the West Virginia to marry her.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Our mother passed away like 6 months ago, leaving a secret bank account that nobody knew about until, well, it went into probate. Sh Mom scrimped and saved for 50 years until she died, and there was about 200,000 in the bank. Our mother left none of it to our sister, and instead divided it up between us and our kids and our grandkids. So there's no money left, but she keeps calling us, right? And complaining about how we ripped her off.
All right. Hello, you're on Pull Yourself to Pieces.
Well, it's about time you answered the gosh darn phone.
What's a gosh darn?
Never you mind. You know why I called.
Hey, Paula, is your husband still in the mine?
Very funny. You know he's still in the mine because they never found his body after the cave-in.
How do you know he didn't just run away from home? Maybe he's sitting on a beach in the Caribbean right now with a pina colada in his hand and a surfer girl next to him.
How do I know? Because he left all his stuff here. Never mind that. When are y'all going to give him my fair share?
Listen, Paula, if you were going to get a fair share, Mom would have stated that in the will. Look, we're sorry she didn't leave you anything, but that's your own fault.
Why? Because I became a born-again Christian?
Oh, no, but maybe other things like your husband getting caught having sex with a chicken.
Don't believe everything you hear. He wasn't having no sex with no chicken. It just looked that way because of how he was taking the feathers off of it.
Oh, yeah, well, either way, there is no money left, and you should really think about getting a job.
Well, there might have been some money left if he hadn't spent so much on that urn.
Oh, really? We didn't spend that much. What would you have done?
I don't know. I got some clean pickle jars that we could have put Mama in.
Why a pickle jar?
Well, it's clear, ain't it? We could have looked at Mama anytime we wanted.
Help me out here, Ray.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh my God, Billy, please, next time, just ignore the phone next time she calls. This is just too painful.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh?
Hello, everyone. This is Ray, and welcome to a new segment we're calling How To. Due to our years' experience doing stuff, we're offering this amazing advice to all our listeners out there who might be interested in learning how to do certain things. Our first how to of the day is how to change the oil in your car. Okay, so we've got step by step here of basically how to change your, and this works for every car. So this is universal.
Car.
Okay, so
good.
yeah, every car. Yeah. All right. So step one, wear some kind of head covering because the ground is dirty. Unless you have a lift in your garage, you're going to be working on the ground. So you want to wear some kind of head covering. Because you don't want to spoil your dew. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, got it. Right.
Right.
Wear
Like a
head
hat or
covering.
a bandana or something.
Right. A
And
helmet?
Step two.
Not a helmet.
No. Well, in your case, you might need a helmet.
Might need a helmet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Step two, put on some protective overalls because the ground is dirty. So the central theme here is the ground is dirty. So put on something that you don't mind getting dirty. if you've got
So should I
overalls, put
put
the
on the
what?
overalls before we put on the helmet, right? Because it might be harder.
Yeah, well, maybe. Step 3. Find your car's owner's manual and turn to the page that describes where your oil draining plug is and where the oil filler tube is. Right? Because you've got to drain the oil and then you have to put some back in. So you need to know where that filler tube is, and eventually you also need to find where the oil filter is. Now you need to look for that thing. It could be hidden anywhere, and trust me when I tell you, it's hidden.
Wait,
It's not. It's
sometimes
not going to
that's in
jump
the
out.
owner's
What?
manual?
Yeah, sometimes it'll show you where the oil filter is. It'll point to it, but
Oh, I
not
wish
every
I
not.
would have known that.
Oh, so you spent hours looking for it, did you? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Step 4. Be sure your car has a full tank of gas.
That's important, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you why, because that has to do with step 5.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sure.
yeah. So, step 5, start your car, warm it
Mhm.
up, and drive straight to Jiffy Lube and hand them the keys.
Wait, what?
What the hell are you doing under that car? You crazy? You don't know what the hell you're doing. Step 6, your oil is changed. Congratulations.
So there's
Okay, so what?
no confidence in doing it on your own. It's always
Oh,
easier
I
to
know
have
how.
someone else do it.
I mean, I know how, but most people are clueless. So, all right.
What kind of
So,
cost is there to do an oil change? Is it worth just bringing it to somebody? It's probably
heck,
just worth it, isn't it?
it runs about $35 for an oil change and a filter.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can do it yourself for just slightly cheaper. All right.
Oh.
So our next how-to is, and this is for a lot of people who've never had to do this, is how to change a flat tire. And
Well, this would be interesting.
everybody, I think everybody, if you've driven a good amount of miles or years, you've gotten a flat tire. If you haven't, consider yourself lucky.
Sure.
Yeah. So here we go. All right. So step 1. Be sure your car is safely on the shoulder of the road and out of harm's way.
Oh, this is assuming that we actually were driving and the car had a flat tire.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've come out of my house and it was like I'm in a hurry. You're sweating. You.
Why are you
just grabbed
sweating?
your lunch.
What the hell were you doing in the house?
Right.
Never mind.
But anyway,
I get
so
it.
I'm
I get it.
running over. I'm
Yeah.
running to the car, get in the car,
Yeah.
and start driving it because, of course,
Yeah.
I didn't look at the tires.
You
And
didn't
start
look at the
driving
tire,
it.
no.
No,
Right.
no, don't think of doing that. And then start
No.
driving the car, and then there's this weird like, boom, 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 boom. Did I run over something?
That's your radio. That's your
Okay,
radio.
that's what it is, right? Realizing I was not the radio, maybe, or I
Oh.
didn't run over something, I pull over, and
Okay.
it's like, oh damn it, flat tire. Now I'm going to be late for
Yeah.
work.
Okay. So again, step 1, make sure your car is safely on the shoulder of the road and out of harm's way.
Okay,
Step 2, find the owner's manual.
here we go
Look in
again.
every single crack and crevice of your vehicle until you find it,
Yeah.
because it could be anywhere.
Why don't we just put it in the glove compartment?
Too easy.
Does anybody actually put gloves in the glove compartment?
I used to, but not
Really?
anymore. Yeah, I used to put driving gloves in my glove compartment.
Oh,
Leather
I don't
gloves
get
with
the idea
no
of driving
fingers.
gloves. I don't get the
Oh, well,
what?
Well, I like to drive. You don't. That's why.
But they have no fingers.
Yeah, driving gloves basically are cut off at like the first knuckle,
The first
so
knuckle.
they're no tips. Yeah, there's no tips on.
Is that
driving
really
gloves.
a glove if it's cut off that much?
Well-
How far does a glove have to be cut before it's no longer a glove anymore?
I don't know, but this
What
is
does it
for another
become?
show. This
Sorry.
is for another show.
Go ahead. Where were you?
Okay,
I lost where we were.
because our listeners they're on the edge of their seats right now.
Was
Okay,
this step B or C?
step 2, you idiot.
Oh,
Step 2. All right. So let's assume you found the owner's manual. So once found, open the manual to the page that gives the instructions on how to change a tire. Makes sense, right?
they have that in the manual too?
Yes, there are instructions
Damn it! I wish
in
I
the
knew
manual.
that.
Yeah,
Son of a.
yeah.
All right.
What were you using? The Magic 8 Ball?
We won't go there.
Okay. Step 4. Try and find where the spare, the jack, and the lug wrench are hidden. These items are most
Why would
likely
they-
nowhere in sight, so the search may take some time.
Why do they hide the spare And what did you say?
Well, it's
the
the
what?
spare, the jack, and the lug wrench. Yeah,
The lug wrench.
yeah. You
Oh, the
need
lug wrench takes off the bolts. The
the
jack
lugs. Yeah,
brings
right,
up the
right.
car, and the
Yes,
spare, that's
yeah,
what you put on the car, right? You take the other one
correct.
off. I
Yes,
got it. See, I figured that
yeah,
part out. But why do they
yeah.
hide that?
They stick them in what's known as inconvenient places. So
Uh-huh.
you want as much cargo space in your vehicle as possible. You don't want this giant wheel or tire stuck right in the middle of somewhere that's going to take up space. So they'll
Why don't they
stick
make
it
it like a
somewhere.
balloon? Like it's all flattened, right? Think about this, right? And then what you do is just like like when you have those inflatable rafts that I don't know how it does it, but like it's real small in a package, and all of a sudden they just open it, and then the thing just fills with air, and and it's like a big huge
Yeah,
raft. Why can't they do that
yeah,
with the tire?
yeah.
You pull
Because
then
most
the tire
tires,
can go in the glove compartment.
I
Hell,
don't think so.
that'd be
No, that's
great.
not going to work.
Oh,
No,
come on. You can pull the tire out of the
because
glove compartment. It
no,
just open it up and
no,
poof, you
no,
got
no,
air in it.
no. Because you need a rim, and the rim has to be made out of steel, so or aluminum. So that's
Damn
not
it.
going to work.
All right.
Yeah. So nice try. Okay.
Oh,
So step 5.
is that where we're
After
at?
you've located the spare, the jack, and the lug wrench, place them neatly in front of the tire that is flat.
Uh-huh.
All right? Because
Uh-huh.
now you're ready for step 6, and this is important. You ready?
Okay.
Step 6. Stand on the edge of the shoulder of the road and try to flag down someone who has done this before and is willing to help your sorry ass because you're going to hurt yourself. Step 7. Let them change the tire and you're on your way. So that has been today's how-to. I hope we've been of some help to our audience out there. What do you think, Bill? Have we helped?
I think I was helped a little.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye for now.
Yeah.
Not Siskel and Ebert.
All right. So we hope you've been enjoying the show so far, and we're going to try a new segment here.
Ooh,
And basically,
excited.
yeah. All right, calm down. And so what we're going to do is, Bill and I are going to discuss a film that I absolutely love, and he not so crazy about. So the film we're going to talk about today is Pulp Fiction,
Oh boy.
and it's a classic, and I really like it. I've seen it probably a dozen times, and Bill has other opinions about the film. So we're going to let him start, and we're going to hear what he has to say. So,
This,
Bill, anytime you're ready,
this is
just
like a
let
point
her rip.
counterpoint, right? A point counterpoint thing.
Sure,
Okay.
point counterpoint. Yeah,
So Pulp Fiction, yeah, I hated this movie, okay? I really hated this movie.
you're a duty head.
Oh, I don't know how you could like this, all right? Because it's a movie that is shot all out of sequence. What's the beginning? Where's the end? We start somewhere and we're going through, and I'm lost. Okay, it's long. It's got a lot of slow parts in it, and
You're a duty head.
and the dialogue is interesting, but you know, we have dialogue scenes in there that run forever. Okay, it can put you to sleep, and I don't know. I just find that it becomes not interesting anymore. And
You're a cocky brain.
you child, these directors, they make a movie thinking that we're going to have all these criminals that are going to talk like they're Shakespeare. I mean, really? Okay, that's believable? You believe that?
Stupid.
This is not an escapist movie, okay? I get that, but you don't enjoy it, okay? I didn't enjoy this movie, okay? Who did I like? Who do you like? Oh, you baby. Who am I supposed to like in this movie? Right? Who am I supposed to like? Who do you follow in this movie? I don't like anybody in the movie. I don't like anybody. I don't like Bruce Willis. I don't like Samuel Jackson. I don't like John Travolta. Uma Thurman, maybe. But I don't like anybody in this movie. And what's with Ving Rhames with the Band-Aid on his head? What is that? Why?
Na. I can't hear you. I have my fingers in my ears. Ha ha ha.
Oh my God. You infant.
Are you done?
Well, I will say
Yeah.
that I don't get it.
Okay. All right.
Overrated.
You've had your say.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, yeah, I love this movie because it's wacky, just like me. It's all over the place. You don't know where it begins. You don't know where it ends. You got
You
amazing
would like it for
dialogue,
that reason.
like you said. You got gangsters with this Shakespearean dialogue, but that's what makes it such a quirky film.
Oh.
I mean, okay. So, and again, yes, you've got characters. Not most of them, hardly any of them are likable. I
What's the
think
point?
out of out of all the characters, I think Julius, the Samuel L. Jackson character, is probably the most fun and probably the character that most people could align with. Everybody else is even Bruce Willis. Everybody else is just it's a giant stew. It's a pot
Oh,
of stew filled with all
how did you
kind of
watch this
different
movie a
ingredients.
dozen times? I don't get it. What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Oh.
I love the movie. I mean,
Oh,
it's got some great lines, memorable lines. That's the tasty burger. Do you mind if
Trying
I
to
have some of
hide
your
behind
drink?
a movie that's really dark and bleak and evil and violent and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Well,
you can say that was fun. Oh,
lots of fun, especially
oh,
when
I'd
the
never
girl
watch it
OD'd.
again.
Remember when Uma Thurman OD'd and John Travolta's got to pound this giant syringe in her chest? That was awesome.
I'd rather have eye surgery again. Oh, God.
Okay, so I loved it. You hated it.
Yep.
Okay, so we can't wait to get to our next segment
Oh, yeah.
of Not Siskel and Ebert. Bye for now.
This is breaking news.
All right, Bill, straight from the headlines, here we go. After decades of failure, the Lysol company has finally invented a disinfectant that kills 100% of germs.
Oh, well, yeah. It's about time they did that, right?
I mean, what is so hard about getting that one last percent? I mean, if you
99%. I don't get it.
99%
All
for
these years, we had to
years.
worry about that 1%.
I mean,
That
seriously,
1%.
how hard could it have been? So you realize now that every other company is now going to have to up their game, and they're all going to be, touting the same thing. Oh, we kill 100% of everything now.
Exactly. They did it, though.
The fifth dentist, who for years was the holdout for agreeing with surveys, drops the bombshell revelation that nobody ever asked for his opinion.
Oh, yeah. Who
Yeah.
got tired
You know,
of that 4 out of 5?
I mean, for years he would he'd just be adamant that he wasn't going to agree. As it turns out, nobody ever asked him. So, what do you expect? It finally makes sense. Doesn't it make sense?
It makes sense. It does.
All right, there you go. Apparently, stupidity has surpassed COPD and cancer as the number one killer in America.
Now that is funny because,
Yeah.
I mean,
And true.
and yeah, how are they
And
killing
true.
themselves stupidly?
Oh.
Well,
by not doing the right thing, by believing everything they hear. Men still, you hear men all the time go, "Hey, watch this," and then you hear the ambulance come. So, yeah, stupidity. It's a big killer, Bill. It's a big killer. It kills a lot of people. Yeah. A scientific study has concluded that people who don't die prematurely live longer.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Well, good thing they did that scientific study.
Yeah, I hope they didn't spend a lot of
money.
money on that. I hope they didn't
No.
spend a lot of money on that one. These scientists, what will we do without them? Anyway. In a statement from the Vatican, the Pope thinks it's time for the Vatican to change with the times and be more progressive, which is why the Pope now wants to be referred to as Lil Pope X.
What? Is
Yeah,
he gonna
yeah.
get dressed up in like
dreadlocks? Yeah, he's probably
Oh.
going to sport some dreadlocks
gold
and
chains?
maybe some gold chains.
Oh,
Probably
my
wear
gosh.
his pants down around, his thighs so we can see his holy underwear. Hey,
What?
you know,
What has happened?
yeah, you got to
Oh,
do what you got to do. Hey, look, if you want to be progressive, you gotta change with the times. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Wear
sure.
wear a long wear a long white T-shirt. The whole thing. Hey,
Gotcha.
all self-driving cars will now be equipped with an inflatable backseat driver who, once
Huh.
inflated, tells the driverless car to slow down, stop tailgating, and pull over so it can pee.
Wow. I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So
I,
who would you like your inflatable backseat driver to look like?
well,
Mother-in-law?
can it look like a
Well,
mother-in-law? Yeah,
well,
sure. Can it?
sure. You
Oh,
you you,
okay.
you could paint a face on it. Take a Sharpie and just do two eyes, a nose, and a mouth in a
How
really
about
what?
kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, they always want to know if we're there yet. Yeah,
Yep.
those guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
Them.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's it for headlines.
I can't wait for more.
You're a glutton for punishment, aren't you?
This presentation sponsored by.
Are you or someone you know on the lam, trying to hide from the authorities but can't find safe haven? Introducing Hide a Felon. What may look like an ordinary worn out couch has a built in human sized secret compartment that you or your loved one can hide safely in for hours at a time. Special hidden vents keep clean, fresh air constantly flowing, while a 64-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew, conveniently stuffed away in an armrest, will keep you hydrated for days. Next time the cops come knocking on your door, let them in and ask them to make themselves comfortable by sitting on the perp they are searching for. Available as layaway or rent to own. Find Hide a Felon at all Salvation Army stores.
Wrong.
Welcome to Wrong All Along, a new segment that examines some known misconceptions and some unknown misconceptions.
Wait a
Today,
minute. Wait a minute. Hold it. How can you have an unknown misconception? That's an
well,
oxymoron. Emphasis on the moron.
well,
Yeah.
well,
Explain, Ricky. Yeah.
it's this first one, okay? Let's talk about the saying. The saying is blood is thicker than water. What does that mean to you, Ray?
It means that the bonds of family are stronger than the bonds of acquaintances.
Exactly. That's how we've all understood that saying to be. That is a proverb, whatever it is, wherever it came from. That's what we've always believed, that blood is thicker than water. But what if I tell you
Yeah.
that it's not at all about family over friends or acquaintances? It isn't at all about that. The saying, the actual quote, comes from the Bible, and it goes like this: the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. You know, the womb, where we
The
come out of the
womb.
womb.
What kind of womb?
It's
Bedroom, living
no,
room,
a
kitchen,
womb with
dining
a
room.
view. A womb without a
A
view.
womb with a view. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now we're
So
talking.
wait, let's
Is this
break
is
this
this
down
like?
real quick. The blood of the covenant
Yeah.
is a blood pact, a bond that you make with a
Who?
friend or stranger, right?
Oh,
It's
oh,
saying
blood
that
brothers.
that's
Okay.
right.
All
That
right.
exactly, blood brothers. That's thicker than the water of the womb, or another way of saying the water of the womb is someone you're blood related to, obviously.
Well, that's the opposite, though.
Right. All along, we've been thinking the opposite, and this makes perfect
Well,
sense. If the real
well, not
saying
for
is that,
nothing, not for nothing, but just because it's in the Bible doesn't make it right. I
well,
think I like our understanding better. I think blood is thicker than water means that family is definitely more cohesive than what you can find in the ocean, or any way you want to look at it.
what?
And well,
What-
blood is thicker than water. So, and is blood,
is
you
blood
know,
really thicker than water? I mean, scientifically,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
agree with what you're saying.
Cut a finger open and let's see. Let me
Oh,
know what
Jesus.
happens. I'm
I'm not
right
going to
next
try
to you.
that.
Go ahead. I'll
All right.
what?
I think
Yeah,
that an agreement that you make by choice
yeah.
is stronger than a life pack that you have with a relative that you had no choice in. Think about that one.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Well, that reminds us of the sister that we've basically disowned. So yeah,
Exactly.
I,
Right.
I can see what you're saying there. I get that. Yeah.
I there's theories that this was the original saying from the Bible, but there's theories that it was twisted around to suit the royalty over the years because of the importance of the strength of the royal bloodline. So it kind of makes sense why, right? Why it would be twisted around that, like, oh no. The bonds between friends is not going to be stronger than the bond between blood because of, we got to make
No.
sure the king and the queen.
Yeah,
and,
but see, blood relatives last forever. Friendship is fleeting. So
yeah, blood does last forever. Unfortunately, they do. Yeah. You
okay,
can't-
so you have another one, another great
I
saying
have
here that's
another
all
one.
messed up.
Okay, one
Oh,
more to go.
out with
Here we
it.
go. The
Out with it.
Salem witch trials. What do you think about? What do you know about the Salem witch trials? What do you know?
Well, I don't like Salem's only because they don't come with a good filter. Oh, I thought you were talking about cigarettes. I'm sorry.
No.
Salem, which trial?
Right. Witch trial.
Wait, no, which trial?
Oh,
Wait, what are you saying? I'm saying which trial? What are you saying?
the witches in Salem.
Oh, witches.
who
Oh,
were burned.
she turned me into a newt.
Right.
The witches.
Right. That's it.
Okay, I got you. I thought you were talking about which trial.
Do you know anything about this?
Yes, I do.
Uh-oh.
I know exactly. Okay, so
Here we go.
there were these women that turned these poor little guys into newts, and they got better. And at
Why
that
would they
point,
do that?
the townspeople decided that they wanted to make a nice bonfire to roast some hot dogs. And so there wasn't any wood around. And so they looked at some women that were dressed funny and said, hey, this is good kindling. And so they grabbed the women and they made a bonfire with them. And then they had hot dogs and hamburgers. And that's how we had the Salem witch trials. No?
That's
Am I
an
close?
Oh yeah, you're real close. Ooh. Well, first of all, the
Yeah.
truth is there
Yeah.
were no witches that were burned. Okay, the
How
witches.
come?
The witches
How
in
come they
Salem
weren't
were not burned. Well, they hung them instead,
Oh, well, you
And-
didn't say that.
and one was stoned.
Well, on what? Mushrooms? Like ganja? What?
No, not that kind of stoned.
Oh,
They
what
stoned
kind of stone?
one of them with
Oh,
stones.
oh, you mean like everybody must get
It's
stoned?
stoned,
Hey!
right? And then you
Oh,
stand
stone.
there and they throw rocks at you.
Oh, rocks. Oh, she got rocked.
Right.
Oh, baby.
She got. Actually, it wasn't even a she. You ready for this? They say the
what?
witches that were killed were women. Wrong, Hans. They weren't all women.
Hans.
Well,
They were
probably
men?
because of prejudice.
Were they in
and
drag?
hatred.
Wait, were they in drag?
No, but
Well, then they
apparently
had to be in drag because
they would-
otherwise, how would that rumor have started? That hey, did you hear about the lady
They
witches
would
that
wear
were burned?
robes, right? So you're wearing robes. Okay, even the
Okay.
wizards wore robes.
The wizards?
well.
What wizards? You mean like the guy from Oz? Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain, that guy?
No, not that. A wizard. A wizard is a male witch.
A witch. May we burn her? A witch. A wizard is a witch. I thought a warlock was a male witch.
No,
Are
a
you
wizard
pulling
is
my-
a male
are you-
witch.
Are you pulling my leg?
Well,
And if you are, keep it up. I enjoy that. No. A wizard is a male witch. Are you sure?
I'm sure I'm sure.
Oh, you
I think.
you don't sound very sure. You want to try convincing me a little bit more? You got to do better than that, buddy. Are you
All right,
making this
so-
up?
No, there was
Are
20
you
that
sure?
there was 20 of them that were killed in Salem, and 25% of those were men. Yes.
Oh.
4 were hung and 1 was stoned. And he wasn't taking mushrooms.
Okay. Okay. So no witches were burned during the making of this podcast. Okay, good
That's
to know.
correct.
All right.
Yes. And what's really crazy to end this thing.
Wait,
'cause
there's
we need
more?
I got to end this, but I got to at least tell you.
Please.
They did not start this whole witch hunt because of what people believe, which is because of, a fear of the
Casting spells?
supernatural.
Casting spells.
it's right, exactly. It was because of religion, of course. Why not? Witches are mentioned in the Bible, and you have, uncompromising believers.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, oh,
Shakespeare talks about witches in
sure,
Macbeth. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So anything that's not the norm, now you're the out of the norm, and you're part of the supernatural, and you need to be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where do you
exactly.
think the broom thing comes in, with witches and brooms? Where do you think that come from?
I wish I knew. You got any ideas?
I would think a witch with a broom would be a good thing. She probably has a really nice clean house. So,
That's true.
and that's no reason to, throw rocks at her. Jeez.
No.
And when was this? 1950, 1960?
1690.
Oh, are
You're a
you
little
sure?
off. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
besides
sure.
that, besides me being a little off, 1690. Well, somebody
Uh,
must have wrote this down. Does it say who the author was?
there's multiple authors.
Oh yeah, you sure?
Yeah.
You sure this isn't a conspiracy theory?
No.
Okay. I'm
sure.
trusting you here. I'm trusting you here.
I'll cite my sources.
Okay. Well, I'm tired. Are we done?
We're done.
All right. See you when I see you.
Thank you. Please wait for assistance.
Hello and welcome to another edition of What the Film, where one of us gives the other a movie plot, and the other one has to figure out what movie it is. This week, I will be dispensing the movie plots to Ray, and he's going to have to decipher what movie they are. Does that make sense? Do you follow that, Ray?
Oddly, it does.
Okay. All right, I've got 3 movie plots. I will give you 3 clues as we go along, and if you can't get through the final ending, then
I'm on the edge of my seat.
give you the film, and who knows, maybe these are actually going to be easy for you. After the last 2 that I had trouble with the first ones, and then I did better on the second one. So let's see how you do this time. Here we go.
Okay, sure.
All right, you ready?
Oh yeah.
He's ready. All right. Movie plot number 1. A smart young man who finds himself in trouble is forced to do things he doesn't want to keep from getting deeper in trouble. Along the way, he discovers love, life lessons, and how to solve all his problems. Name the movie.
Give me the synopsis again.
Sure, I can do that again. Sure. A smart young man who finds himself in trouble is forced to do things he doesn't want to do to keep from getting deeper in trouble. Along the way, he discovers love, life lessons, and how to solve all his problems. Would you like a clue?
No. I can't think of the name of this movie. Shia LaBeouf, I think, was in this.
No, I'll tell you that
okay.
it's not.
Okay. That was one. That's the one movie I'm thinking about. Give me a clue, please.
Clue number 1. Apples. The clock is ticking. You want another clue?
Give me one more clue, because I got nothing.
I know I may have made this a little too hard. Clue number 2 is math.
Jeez. Not much better than apples.
Yeah, really.
I don't know. I give up.
Clue number 3, shrinks.
Oh, I got it. I know it.
Go ahead.
You gave it to me with the last one.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting.
Yes, Good Will Hunting. Yes, I gave it away a little bit there. That's all right. Yes, it was Good Will Hunting. Yes, very good. All right, on to movie plot number 2. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. A guy who gets fired decides to end it all. He gets newfound hope when he has a spiritual awakening. He gets hired back at his old job, but puts himself in hot water when he says some things that make him very unpopular with the company. In the end, the company decides to get rid of him anyway. Name the movie. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
I'm running this through my head.
That must hurt.
Yeah, it does. Give me a clue.
Okay, clue number 1. USB.
USB port.
Yeah, that's not a good clue.
No. Give me another clue.
All right. Clue number 2. Ranting. That's a good
Ranting.
clue.
Give me the synopsis one more time.
A guy who gets fired decides to end it all. He gets newfound hope when he has a spiritual awakening. He gets hired back at his old job but puts himself in hot water when he says some things that make him very unpopular with the company. In the end, the company decides to get rid of him anyway.
Oh my, sounds like a really good movie. I'd like to watch that.
You have watched it. You love this movie. It's known. It's not new.
Give me the last clue.
The last clue is too good. It's going to give it away. Let me just say television.
I'm still stumped. I give up.
Okay. How about Mad as Hell?
Mad as Hell? Mad as Hell what? Is that a movie?
That's my clue.
Oh, Mad as Hell. Oh, Network?
Yes, Network. Yes. I'm giving you clues that are getting it, aren't they?
Wow.
That was pretty hidden in there, wasn't it?
I never actually saw that movie.
Wait, what?
I never saw Network, believe it or not. No, I've never seen
that's so
I've never
funny.
Seen the movie.
Wow.
So,
I've seen Network at least twice, and it is an amazing film. It really is.
I know it is. It's
you need to watch it. You need to watch it.
I think the spiritual awakening threw me off. And,
yeah, because what happens in the film is the announcer, who's a drunk.
Yeah, right.
He's told, his ratings are going down. He's getting old. He's told he's going to be fired. So he says that he's going to kill himself on the air. And
I know that. Yeah.
Right. And it turns out that he starts to hear voices, and we actually have a scene of him hearing voices telling him that he needs to go back on the air and start saying his rants, which he does. Yeah. Which he does. He ends up keeping his job, and, certain vice presidents at the network end up, taking and running with this whole new way of just like news right in your face and being honest, and they start doing other channels with it, other shows with it. But unfortunately, without giving the story away to someone who hasn't seen it, this all still leads to a disastrous conclusion. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get to the third one.
All right. Movie plot number 3. A guy travels to see his estranged wife. She invites him to a party, but upon his arrival, they get into an argument. He finds himself unable to reconcile with her when some unexpected guests arrive. In the end, he and his wife do reconcile and leave the party together. Name the film.
All right, give me a clue.
All right, clue number 1. It is a Christmas party.
Oh, Die Hard.
Oh, very good. Very good. My second clue was going to be police officer, and then third was going to be Roy Rogers, but you did it. Nice. Nice. I was trying to hide that one in there, and I thought it was being evasive enough, but you did really good on that one. I will definitely give you that one. Very good. Well, that was fun, Ray. That was good. I got my chance to finally have you guess the movies, and I'll tell you, it's difficult to try to disguise a film sometimes, but it sure is fun trying to do it and trying to see you get it. So that brain twisting and turning, trying to decipher. But till next time, that was a lot of fun. We'll do it again. And
so, are you insinuating I have a twisted brain?
If it is a brain, yes, it's twisted.
Oh, okay. I can live with that.
Okay. All right.
This presentation sponsored by.
Have you ever opened up a cabinet drawer only to find that you were out of toothpicks? Well, it can be a real problem when throwing a dinner party and there are no toothpicks to insert into your cheese squares. To make sure this doesn't happen to you, visit Toothpicks R Us, where all we sell are toothpicks, centered, flavored, with little flags, brightly colored plastic frills, or just plain old toothpicks. You will find every type under the sun. If you need 10 or 10,000, just stop in for a visit. Look for us next to Sunglass Hut.
Idiot science.
Today on Idiot Science, these two idiots are going to talk about evolution, something that we know nothing about.
Oh,
And
we're the two
so,
idiots. Okay.
yeah, no, we're
I
the
thought
two
we
idiots.
invited some
Exactly.
other two idiots on.
No, it's us.
Okay.
It's us.
All right. See,
And
I
so,
am an idiot. I thought there was other idiots in the studio, or they're
no,
just maybe there's
no,
the idiot's voices in my head. The other ones.
yeah. Well, I hear an idiot's voice in my head too, and I think it's me. But that's besides the point. So we
wait a
want to talk about evolution, which is basically a biological theory that animals and plants had their origin in other pre-existing types. So what that means is that everything on Earth now started out as something different, just like humans. Supposedly,
Sure.
we evolved from apes, and the apes evolved from something else, and something else before that, all the way down to a single cell uh, animal.
Uh-huh.
You with me?
Sure.
Okay. So, a guy named Charles Darwin, and that may sound familiar, that name, in 1958, published a paper on evolution.
1858.
1858.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
okay.
are idiots.
Yeah, we are idiots. So, so basically, what happens is proof of evolution is usually found in the fossil record, which shows a succession of gradually changing forms leading up to those known today.
Okay,
So,
so science, they use science with fossils to try to prove their theory that evolution has started from a single cell organism. How many years ago? Hundreds, thousands, millions, whatever it is.
millions,
Millions.
probably billions,
Okay.
probably billions.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what also comes into play here is what's known as natural selection, which is a theory that basically only the strong survive. The weak will die off, and the stronger of a species live to procreate and make more of that species.
Okay.
And to me, it sounds just like common sense, even though I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay. What do you mean?
Well, if natural selection uh, means just that, it's self-explanatory. It means that only the strong will survive,
Right.
right?
Sure, I guess. I'm just thinking about these little cells floating around, and I guess.
Forget the cells.
Oh,
You're going
okay.
too far back.
Oh, all right.
Let's go to natural predators, right? You have natural predators that like to prey on smaller, weaker animals, and
Sure.
eventually, I guess those animals die off and they don't make it. Only the
I don't know.
fast and the
I may be an
strong and
idiot,
the
but then I can't help but think then if that's the case, then everything that evolves should only be the strong ones, and basically then it kind of means that it's always been the predators. So how come we have a bunch of prey still existing and alive when the predators seem to be the ones that survive? They're the strong.
That's a good question. That's a
Yeah.
real good question. And guess what?
What?
I don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer.
I don't
Okay.
have a clue.
You're
But
clueless.
You make a good point. Yes, I am clueless, but you make a good point.
Do you
So
believe in this evolution theory?
I do believe in evolution versus any other theory that man can come up with. I like this theory.
This one works for you.
I don't have a problem. My problem is the age old problem wherein if it takes two humans, a male and a female, of puberty to make another human, how did the first human
Right.
arrive?
Right. Which came first, the chicken or the egg theory? Right. Exactly.
Right.
And that's always going to be the problem.
Exactly. There's no way
And
to explain it
well, you know,
unless at some point
there's
we
there's
were.
there's microorganisms, down to the cell level, and this is coming from an idiot
Okay.
that just appear to appear almost
Yeah.
out of nowhere. These organisms, things that are living things,
Yeah.
and
But that
and
doesn't
they'll
answer the
just come
question
out of
of.
nowhere. Well, I'm just making a point that I feel like if they sort of start out of nowhere, and obviously we're talking about the single cell things that would have started, would have been things that were asexual. Is that the term?
Probably.
Right. So they
Because
had
how
no
do you
sex.
reproduce if there's only one of you?
Just a really strong um, constitution,
Will
I
to
guess.
survive? I don't think so.
Right. Exactly. You split yourself in half, and
No.
you nurture the other
So
one. No. Okay. Not that.
I think the scientific theory is that at some point humans were able to change their sex at will.
Wait, what?
I think that humans at some point were able to change their sex at will
Wha-
because
After they were born?
again, if it takes
Wait,
two to
after they
make
were
one,
born?
no, well, that's the thing.
So,
That's the
well,
thing.
I mean,
Nobody
because you
no,
mean like once they finally started to make a sharp tool, they just basically hacked it off and they became
no,
like
you got to go
oh,
way back before that. If they're
all
making
right.
tools, we're making people the old-fashioned way. Two makes one. But
Oh.
you got to go way back before that and figure out how did the first one come about if there weren't two to make it.
Is your bigger problem with evolution really when we get to humans? That's
Yes.
where it always that's the problem,
Yeah.
right?
And here's the other
We're good
problem.
at following that
Mo-
initial cell all the way up through different things, and it works
well,
its way from a
it's not just humans. Most mammals need a male and a female to make another child. So just as there's not there's no way to explain it for humans, how do you explain it for animals? A male horse and a female horse create a foal, right?
right.
Okay. And a bull and a cow procreate and they make a calf. So where did the
Why
first calf come from?
there's no male cows?
No, male cows are bulls.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. A male cow is a bull. A
right.
female cow is basically a cow.
Wait a minute. So there's no
This is
female
why
bulls?
this is why it's called idiot science.
Right.
So hey, listen, thanks for joining us this week on Pull Yourself to Pieces.
Please check out our website, pullyourselftopieces.podbean.com, and subscribe to the show in Apple and Google Podcasts, Pandora and Spotify, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show.
And if you enjoy our show, don't forget to give us a high rating.
And remember to tell a friend about the show, and they'll tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends, and they'll forget to tell two friends, and then they'll tell two that they hated it, and then they'll tell one friend that it sucked, and we'll be right back to zero.
Yeah, right, what he said. And listen, be sure to tune in for our next podcast.
So, Ray, tell us what's coming up on the next show.
I'm glad you asked, Bill. On our next episode, we're going to have a visit from a famous singer.
Ooh, really? Who's that?
William Shatner will be stopping by to perform Mr. Tambourine Man, and the amazing Anthony will balance a 6-foot folding ladder on his chin, so don't miss our next show.
Oh, I can't contain myself. Wow.
Well, you better contain yourself. This is a family show. And isn't anybody wondering why we're going to have a guy balance a ladder on his chin that you can't see? I mean, it's a visual. This is a radio show.
That is a good question, yeah. He's
All right.
amazing, Anthony, though.
He is amazing. And we'll be describing what happens. Yeah, hopefully we won't have to call the ambulance.
Oh, most importantly, check out our ebook, The Idiot's Guide to How to Launch a Podcast, with our interactive segment where you can question Ray.
That's right, you're a resident idiot. Hey,
It's time to get back to the main topic of today, the spiciness of mayonnaise. Ray, what do you think about the...
Thanks for listening to our show, and thank you to freesounds.org and Gottlieb, Audio Mirage, Plastibrain, Cognito Perceptu, FK Prod, Mirage Taser, Shadow Wisp, D-Boss, Viku Seru, Intra Environmental Sound Project, Julian Nicholas, Carmelo Mike, G Kill Hour, 140178 Sound, CMU Sound Design, Alan M.G., Der Super Anton, Eric H2000, Bulbastray, FK Phantom, Ultra Dust, Ada Records, Stuart Colborn, DeBroid, Cubidup, GJ, Syntax Seed, and Ama Kenzie. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0/legal code.